Hello everyone, welcome to Spinning Iris. It is time to finish the BookTube Spin tag number 1. This was a book challenge. This is a book challenge created by Rick MacDonnell a few months ago. I'll put the links to the original videos in the description. It was basically create a list of, I think it was 20 books, and a random number is chosen, and that number chosen is the book that you read. Read the book, and by the end of March, post a review. That's what this is. The book chosen from my list was Ceremony by Leslie Marmon Silko. This is great. This is a deluxe edition from Penguin. I think it was an anniversary edition. Ceremony is a typical novel. Typical only in that it has pages, a cover, and was written by a human person. Everything else about it is extraordinary. Definitely not typical, and that has a lot to do with the author. There's a wonderful preface to the novel that she wrote, kind of basically describing where she was physically and emotionally while she was writing this, what was happening in her life, and what was kind of happening around her in her life. It's humorous, a little sad, but it's definitely enlightening before actually diving into the main story. In a way, it is her story of writing. It is connected with the story that she's writing. However, if you are foolish enough to skip the preface and jump right into the story, we're going to find out pretty quickly that there are no chapters in this book. Accident or design? What did she say about? Well, what did the author have to say about that? Oh no, I thought while she was talking. I knew I forgot something. I never should have neglected that course titled The Novel. Yeah, she was right the first time to not write it as chapters. The way the story is structured, I think the typical chapter structure would destroy the overall flow of the narrative story. The stories, they flow so nicely from one moment to another. It's not ordered by time, but by connections. It's a good thing that I read Sing Unburied Sing before reading Ceremony, because it brought up an interesting idea, the idea that time is happening all around us at once. Past, present, and future around us happening at all times. And in that novel, the reader got a few glimpses into that idea. Ceremony as a whole reflects perfectly that idea that time is just not bound. It's happening all around us. The main story, to put it simply, is about a man named Theo. He is a World War II veteran who is suffering with PTSD. And that's just as basic as you can get it. But it is so much more than just that, more than just what's happening to this one man. What I'm saying is, if you're going to read this book for yourself, don't expect it to be a linear story. It starts here, main character goes there, does this happens, the end. No, that doesn't happen. Not exactly. Sort of. It's hard to explain. It's more like an intricate spider's web. Yeah. It's not just Theo's story, but how his story connects to his family, his friends, the other soldiers returning, the people he meets as he's moving through the story, and the community as a whole. The moments are tied to characters, to moments in those characters' lives, passing, sometimes going into the past, then returning to the present. Woven through all of this is a much older story, or legend, I suppose. Theo's story is not only connected with these moments with other characters and other moments, but with these old legends and these old stories. His story is a small part in the ongoing story, the ongoing ceremony. It's an old story that makes up the ceremony that sets Teo on the path for understanding and for ultimately healing. Not just for him, but in a way for the whole community. Because if one person is suffering, the whole community is suffering. This novel is disorienting. It's heartbreaking. It's hopeful. It's beautiful. Yes, I'm being vague. Because like Sing Unburied Sing, there is far too much to discuss with this book than one simple little video can contain. The pink tabs. It's nothing bad, just moments that passages, sections I felt were important or that I thought were just damn good. And I'm not going to spoil anything. I think it would probably be impossible to spoil anything in here. Just some really good quotes, really good moments. Nothing bad. The only bad thing about this whole experience with the ceremony was how many years it took me to finally sit down and read this novel. Do I think everyone should read this novel? Yes. Resounding yes. It is still relevant. Everyone who aspires to read diverse things, anyone who desires to read female authors, and I know I'll read it again at some point. I could read it again right now, but I can save it. I would love to read this with a group, because I know that there are things that I missed while reading it. It is a classic. On a number, 5 out of 5. Final thought for Ceremony. It is, like I said, a beautiful novel. It is a perfect reminder that stories are important. Stories have power. They connect us to the world all around us. They connect us to other people. They connect us to ourselves. Yeah, I think there might be a good quote in here. One more. Thought woman, the spider, named things, and as she named them, they appeared. She is sitting in her room, thinking of a story now. I'm telling you the story. She is thinking. All right. And since I read 2 books off of my BookTube Spin tag book list, book, I have to add 2 new ones. The theme, let's see, since I read Sing Unburied Sing, it was one I had planned to read anyway. So I'll go ahead and put on another one I would like to read again this year. This is a reread, Mary Stuart's The Ivy Tree. Of Mary Stuart's novels, this is the one I have read the least. I think I've read it once. I was reading a whole lot of things. I don't remember a lot of what I was read when I was doing my, I guess it was a Mary Stuart binge. But yeah, this one I'd like to revisit. So that is going to go on definitely reading this year. And the second category, which Ceremony was on, books that have been on my shelf for years. Well, here's one. Daphne du Maurier, The Parasites. This one hasn't been on my shelf as long as some others, but it has been sitting around for a while. And yeah, be fun to get into some more of Miss du Maurier. It's all about the ladies this year, except for the other one I'm currently reading. That's all I have for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Bye-bye.